ará àdúgbò mo gbé titun dé o pẹ̀lú locate my ride ọkọ̀ lílò pẹ̀lú ààbò tó péye dìrọ̀rùn gbà. Locate My Ride is a smart car tracking solution that sends you an instant alert the moment your car moves without your permission. Kéèyàn fowó ńlá rọkọ̀ bọ̀gìnì kó tún mọ̀ wá káyà sókè torí àwọn ajínasẹ̀ tí ń jẹ wọn ajígan. Ìyẹn dèwọ̀ whether you are at home, at work or asleep. Locate My Ride keeps watch 247, real-time update, detailed report, customizable alert. Ní gbogbo ìgbà ni ó mọ bí ọkọ̀ rẹ gbé wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀rọ ìgbàlódé. Tí ilé-iṣẹ́ ló gbé dé lásìkò yìí. Just confidence and peace of mind. You can protect your car. Try protect your investment by calling or WhatsApp. Locate My Ride on 0807 151 1451 or follow us on Instagram at Locate My Ride 247 with our reliable, secure and user-friendly solution. Drive with confidence and track with ease. Ọkọ̀ mi ọkọ̀ máa wà mí lọ kò sí fòyà.
Governors of Rivers State has State Executive Council. His Excellency has therefore directed all commissioner and special advisor to hand over to the permanent secretaries or the most senior officers in their minister with immediate effect. Members of the Joint National Assembly Conference Committee constitute the reconciled difference in the Electoral Amendment Bill passed separately by the Senate and the House of Assembly, and the House of Representatives are accepted to meet on Monday as lawmakers move to transmit a harmonized version to President Bola Tinubu for assent. On Thursday, it shown that the panel judge, made up of members from both chambers, has been given a one-week window to resolve contentious provisions in the bill, notably those dealing with the electronic transmission of election results. The decision to harmonize the bill follows the passage of different versions by the Senate and the House, particularly on the roles of the technology in result collections and transmission under legislative legislative procedure, where both chambers pass varying texts of the same bill. A conference committee is set up to produce a single version acceptable to both sides before transmission to the President. The current amendment process is coming on the heel of the controversies that trade the 2023 general election, especially the failure of the Independent National Election Commission to upload presidential election results to its results viewing portal in real time. Civic society groups, opposition parties, and several lawmakers have since pressed for clearer statutes backing for the electronic transmission of results to prevent ambiguity and strengthen electoral transparency ahead of 2027. Although many lawmakers have remained silent on the likely outcome of the harmonization process, some admitted privately that they were kneeling awaiting the meeting to know the committee financial position on the dispute clauses. A National Assembly source confirmed that the harmonization exercise would begin on Monday. It is taking place on Monday, the source stated via a WhatsApp message. I don't know the actual date since I am not a member of the conference committee, but we are hoping it may take place next Monday, he said. Effort to obtain clarification from the Senate spokesman, Senator Yemi Adaromodu, and the chairman of the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, as they need text message seeking comment. The Senate has stated that real-time transmission of results can only happen if the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) adopts an e-voting system. During an interview on Arise News Channel on Thursday, Chairman of the Senate ADHO panel to review the 2026 electoral bill, Senate Adeniyi Adegbomire, said that the INEC results viewing portal (IREV) was never designed as an e-voting platform. Adegbomire added that IREV is not an e-voting platform, but a platform when the election results that have been manually counted and declared at the polling unit are uploaded and publicized. People need to understand what real-time means. Real-time transmission can only happen if the INEC adopts an e-voting system. For now, INEC does not have the capability for e-voting. Maybe in 2 or 3 years we can adopt e-voting, but as of today, INEC has not put an e-voting system in place. This is the misconceptions that the media has brought into play. The provision you keep emphasizing says that the presiding officers will first fill the results manually in form of EC8A. It is the form of EC8A that has been filled manually and will be transmitted to IREV. If we change transmit to upload in the electoral bill 2026, we change it anytime. The answer is no, he said. It's very important, first of all, to understand what IREV does, because there is a lot of misconceptions about it or deliberate misrepresentation of what it stands for. IREV is not an e-voting platform as some people think. This is the misinformation some people are feeding. They keep saying, when I want to see my vote, but in reality, IREV is a platform meant to publicize elections results already declared at the polling unit. This is not an emotional argument. I heard people saying the version of the House of Representatives should be adopted. It is a sheer misconception. What does the version say? It simply says that presiding officers shall electronically transmit the results from each polling unit to the IREV portal in real time, and such transmission shall be done after Form EC8A has been signed by the presiding officers and countersigned by the candidate or polling agent at the polling unit. Whether we call it upload, transfer, or transmission, as far as it is says IREV must be used, it will be used in the manner it will be configured. That is the point I am making. You must first manually write out the figure. After you have written out the figure at the polling unit, then you can upload, transfer, or transmit depending on the nomenclature we want to use. When you have not complied with the proper fillings of the form EC8A, you cannot transfer. The Minister of Work, David Umahi, has explained why a section of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway was flooded after Tuesday rainfall. Addressing issues on Thursday, the minister blamed residents who, according to him, dump reviews indiscriminately he is doing, saying there will always find on because he is not God. The flooding of the coastal highway was because of an underground channel we are blocked with refuge, and this is not the basic reason why we even have flooding in most cases in Lagos, where people carry their daily refuse and put them inside a manhole. I think the public has a duty to do, check this thing. So we are doing everything possible to ensure that the coastal highway is free, just like the other highway of the nation. Whatever we need to do additionally when we do it, but I want the public to know that in this Ministry of Work, no one is God. The public should know that no human being on earth is doing anything in perfect order. So there is no need of people, looking for faults, because you will definitely find faults if that program is being executed by a human being. The Minister of Work is doing everything possible within the limits of the ability and our science to ensure that there is value of money and that we do everything to address the yearning and concern of the people as far as the road infrastructure is concerned. And in the world of sports, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has claimed it wasn't meant to be, as they missed the chance to maintain a 6-point lead at the top of the Premier League. The Gunners were head to a 1-1 draw at Brentford on Thursday night. Noni Madueke added that the visitor in front, but Kenner Lewis Potter lured for the Bees. Mantelli has a late chance to win it, but his effort was saved by goalkeeper Keller. We have a massive chance in the end, 1v1 for Gabriel Martinelli, but it wasn't meant to be, Arteta said. On the title race, he added, we have to do our job and come to all these plays like the rest of the team. You have to be at your best every time and have a luck as well as you need in the game to conquer the 3 points each time. Before we round off the news, let's quickly get a quick recap of our top story. Fubara appoints CPS as Assembly awaits News Commissioner list. NSS to admonish electoral bill by Monday. Real-time transmission of election results only possible with e-voting system, said Senate. Lagos Calabar Coastal, I am not God, nobody is perfect, whom I give reason for flooding. Nigerian barber Ayenuro set Guinness World Record. Rumor as Dangote refutes petrol imports. We don't import PMS. No tension between Quran and Bible, Oshiomhole says after visiting Tinubu. And in the world of sport, Arteta speaks on Martinelli's miss, titled Race after 1-1 draw at Brentford published. Ademola Lookman speak after scoring in Atletico 4-0 win over Barcelona. And that's all we have now on our news afternoon on Alayo Online Radio TV. Follow us on our Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and X for more. I am Oluwatoyin Elebute. Good afternoon and thanks for listening.